Let me start today with a question. Are you a pessimist or are you an optimist? Now, typically, pessimists, they say this: I'm not a pessimist. I just like to be prepared for all those things that could go wrong. And optimists, what optimists think is, hey, don't worry about it. In the end, everything's going to work out just fine. Now, I think most people realize the truth is typically somewhere in the middle there, that there's no need to worry about all the potential things that could go wrong. And in life, there are some things that will go wrong inevitably. All right, so what we're really trying to accomplish here is developing something called the relentless solution focus. Now, let me say this. The relentless solution focus is completely abnormal. I want you to understand why. Again, it's totally normal for people to worry about things that are going wrong or potentially could go wrong. The reason being something called PCT, problem-centric thinking. Here's your definition of problem-centric thinking: the biological tendency to focus on the negative. I want you to know, we're all built this way. PCT was ingrained in our species long ago. The reason being, PCT was incredibly important for the advancement, the survival of our species. Think about it. Back hundreds of years ago, when our lives, our society, our culture, our environment was completely unsafe, we had to worry about the threats of survival on an hourly basis. And PCT, that biological tendency to focus on the negative, always kept us alert, aware of all the potential threats around us. And again, it was really important for the survival of our species. Now, fast forward hundreds of years, now that we live in much more safe times, PCT is completely counterproductive for our health, happiness, and success. Let me explain. Again, PCT, it's totally normal. If you focus on the negative, you're not broken, you're normal. PCT, anytime our brain focuses on something negative, a problem, whether it be real or potential, our brain releases into the bloodstream a neurotransmitter called cortisol. Now, cortisol is responsible for all negative emotion. I'll give you the nasty six: stress, anxiety, fear, anger, depression, guilt. As human beings, we cannot experience those negative emotions without the brain first pushing the cortisol into the bloodstream. Now, not only does the cortisol cause us to feel bad, so the experience of life is negative, but what it also does is it begins the punctuation. It's the very beginning stages of fight or flight. Translation: cortisol makes us feel bad, and then we become stupid. Our brain loses the ability for detailed thinking and is only left with fight or flight. This is why PCT these days is so bad for us. Now, here's the good news. We can actually rewire our brains with some training. Yes, it's true. We can make the PCT, which is normal, go away, and we can replace it with the almost polar opposite, relentless solution focus. And again, the relentless solution focus is essentially